You see what this is, right? It says right there in the caption. So I could not help myself but just get it a little bit dirty. And I've been giggling like a little child. It feels so unnatural to do what I've just done with this car. I swear I did not drift it. I did not drive, well, up to 170 kilometers an hour, which is how fast it can go with the suspension in the highest right position. The 911 Dakar. I did not even remotely close to that. Otherwise, it'd be a hell of a lot dirtier. But oh, only Porsche could do this. Well, okay, maybe Lamborghini did it too, but it's the same family. So only Porsche could do this. There's so many things that are terribly wrong with this car, and yet it's just so right. I mean, terribly wrong only because you don't take a 911 off-roading. Yet, however, as we know, the Porsche has made a lot of 911 safari cars, and a whole bunch have been converted for rallying. In fact, this is kind of what's the word I'm looking for here? This is an anniversary edition to mark the 1984 Paris-Dakar win for Porsche, the rally way back when. And I'm complete, Porsches do that. They do it to all of us. I mean, they're just incredible cars. They're just so unique. And this is the most insane one of them all. Look, only Porsche can take this one same car and give you an off-roading version, an ultra-luxury version, a rocket ship version, a bare bones basic version, all in the same thing, and all are very different, but they all deliver the same thing, which is absolute, unmatched driving satisfaction. It's uncanny. The Dakar, just so you know, is essentially like a Carrera GTS. That's what it starts out as, which is one of the more luxurious, ultra road ready or prepped versions. And well, Porsche puts a suspension on it and changes, engine mounts and a few other things. And here you are in the mud. Oh, I can't believe I'm gonna have to wash this. This is terrible. I'm gonna have to wash this car before I return it because I'm gonna get the height of hell, I think. But that's okay. It's not quite freezing, although by the look, looking at me, you think it's freezing, but it's not quite yet. I'm rambling, saying all kinds of nonsense. I'm wearing my hood because I don't know what the heck's going on. But this, it's only going to be limited to 2,500 units. So, if you haven't signed for a 2024 Porsche 911 Dakar, you're done. It's over. But this is an absolute. It always is a privilege to drive around in a Porsche, but there's just something completely insane about this one. See, let's put it this way. Well, it sounds bad, but it's really not meant to be. 911s are aspirational cars, but they're semi-common, if you will, amongst aspirational cars. Say compared to a AMG GT, for example. There are 10 911s for AMG GTs because it's just so much better car in every respect, from refinement to build quality to reliability and all that. But this one, with the mud, it's going to be even worse when I get into my neighborhood. But oh my goodness, does it ever turn heads? The front plate, the plates also totally give away what this is, but you can't help but notice what it is just by the Dakar wheels and the wheel flares and yeah. So before I go back into the mud, we're gonna do a walk around of this just giggle-inducing, ridiculous, fantastic. I want one so bad. 2024 Porsche 911 Dakar. So please hang in there. Look, we're gonna have a little bit of fun, or at least I will. All right, I'm going to start with the only quasi semi-negative thing I think I can think about saying on the Dakar, and that's the shade green. This is the color, is really, really nice. But I think if you're going to go Dakar, you got to get livery, or you got to get, I don't know, just something, just all the more over the top, just to really show. Though, as I say that, I suppose maybe it is already over the top enough that you don't need really, you know, all of these expensive livery. Anyway, blah, blah. So that's it. Yeah, right. Otherwise, you know, it's a Dakar because of the bumper treatment in the rear, the guards down here, the integrated tow hooks, which are absolutely sick. These flared fenders here, you know, the rocker guards right there. The Dakar wheels, those are unique to this one. And then, yeah, the skid plate in the front. And again, the tow hook, it's just insane. It is everything. In the US, pricing starts at $223,650. In Canada, starts at $247,200. You get the 19 front, 20-inch rear Dakar wheels, 8-speed PDK, which is standard. Obviously, it's a all-wheel drive. You get rear steering, LED matrix lights, heated GT steering wheel, and a bunch of other stuff. Among the options, and Porsche just thought of everything via Porsche accessories and Porsche design. You can get a roof rack, lights. It's just there's a rally design package. You can truly go all out with this car, and I think if you will, I mean, if you're gonna get one, you gotta. My car has a number of options. Some are, well, they're all fantastic. One being the sports seats on the inside. I'll show them to you in a few moments. Others are carbon fiber. Just those two pieces, you're looking at just over $6,000 in carbon fiber. I would do it. There's a Burmester audio inside. That I would skip. What are you? Oh, color matched key, which is $930. My hands are full right now, so I can't show it to you. But grand total, you're looking at about $280,000 of your hard-earned and well-spent money. It looks like a toy car. Like I have a Playmobil 911, right? And it has a spoiler that looks like this. I mean, it's not an unusual spoiler per se, but it looks like a toy car. It looks like it belongs on a shelf with other. I mean, with the setting sun, how about that for a shot? Huh? And the mud is real. I'm still giggling. Yeah, you know, can you see that? Yeah, kind of, not yet. This is also an option to light up. Sports seats, multiple way adjustable. These seats will just hold on to you and never, ever release you. This version has no back seat, which is fine. There's your GT steering wheel, which has incredible grip, thin spokes here across, fantastic for driving. Oh yeah, and the leather on the door cards, that's also an option. So as always, you start it up on the left-hand side. Absolutely love the gauges. Analog tack in the center and the screens on both sides. This is your display. I mean, it's set up, it's because it's a press car. I mean, you have to, you know, it's not programmed for anyone in particular, so you gotta go through all the menus and all that. So I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going through the phone, so it's kind of complicated. But here you go. Yeah. So there's your full menu, CarPlay. Everything's wireless, and it works flawlessly. But that's not really important. What's important right here is this. So this is your suspension height adjustment. I'll tell you more about the actual details as we drive off. But then there's that. Oh. And then there's the PASM button for the suspension management, which is brilliant. 8-speed PDK shifter, absolutely fantastic. So here are your drive modes. Now this is special too. Yeah, so it's got winter tires on it, so I guess it wasn't set and I don't dare touch that. But yeah, so you're normal, there's wet. I think you can see that. Let me try zoom in, there we go. So right now we are in wet, so there's normal by default, and then there's sport, which firms everything up, and then there's Booyakasha, rally, that's right. And then this one, off-road, is the one that automatically raises the suspension. And like I said, it'll stay raised up until 170 kilometers an hour. It's just fantastic. I guess I could have done that. There you go, you can see it now. Otherwise, look, it's just 911, so it's craftsmanship, beautiful everything. Visibility is fantastic. The sight lines are incredible. And all you want to do is drive. And you know what? I'm going to shut up. I'm going to do that right now. What am I? I'm looking behind me. There's nobody on this road. Yeah. So like I said, it starts out as a Carrera GTS. This is insane in the 911. See, I'm driving nicely. It starts out as a GTS, so it's a bi-turbo 3-liter H6 flat 6, which puts out 473 horsepower at 6,500 RPM, and you want to exploit the higher rev range of this engine. And 420 pound-feet of torque from 2,300 to 5,000 RPM. This is a ridiculously fast car, and it's that kind of messes with your mind a little bit, because you figure this is an off-road Porsche. It's still a Porsche, but it shouldn't be as fast. It only weighs, I think, 30 pounds more than a GTS. So this is 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 3.4 seconds. Thank you, PDK, which by the way is just an epic transmission. There's nothing it cannot do, in Safari or otherwise. Safari, Dakar. Yes, what are we talking about? Speed limit display. Yeah, that's okay, no problem. We're good. We're gonna be good. Yeah, so 4-wheel steering. So the suspension out of the box on the Dakar is 50 millimeters higher than, say, what you would get in a regular Carrera. And when you activate the ride height, when you increase the ride height of the suspension, you get an extra 30 millimeters on top of the 50 millimeters. So that's a surprisingly, well, it's a surprising amount of wheel gap between the tires and the fenders. Oh boy, there's gonna be a lot of traffic here, but we're good. We can handle this. What's possibly most impressive, hopefully, as soon as a Ram drives by, here we go, and we are good to go. oh. Yeah. So. Yeah, what's incredible is that even when the suspension is in the upper ride height, plus we're on winter tires, we're not on the Scorpion tires, which come with the car still feels so stable and solid, even though it's 80 millimeters, 8 centimeters, 3.5, almost 4 inches higher off the ground than a typical Carrera. It's just... there is one, the winter tires. I've never driven a 911 with winter tires. So usually they have Sport Cup 2s. Yes, okay, we're gonna go in manual mode because it'll keep upshifting because I'm in sport. Downshifting. What was I saying? It's under hard or heavy acceleration. The car feels kind of squirmish, but that's because, like I said, Sport Cup 2s typically on this thing. The brakes are ultra powerful and just feel so good, and it's unaffected as a car set up this way over a 911. Yes, you can. The only difference is the ride height, which is incredible, because so many cars, when you increase the ride height, you mess with the stability or the weight distribution or the yaw and all of that. But it does not apply here, and obviously no one is surprised that Porsche was able to pull this one out of its hat so effortlessly. I don't even know what else to add to this. It's an exceptional car. Among 911s, it's probably the most toy-ish because of its level of abilities. And for that reason, I think it may be one of my all-time favorites. My favorite being the Carrera T for both previous generations. Though I do love the GT3, of course, but I do reserve a little bit of, I'm sure the 911 ST will be unbelievable as well. But anyhow, all I'm trying to say is that if you want a Dakar, just get on the list now. It's too late probably. But it's the type of car. It's the type of car that shouldn't be. I've completely lost track of what I'm trying to say, so it doesn't matter. But this is an unbelievable automobile, and it's completely silly. It's just completely silly. Thank you.